And good afternoon. We find each other together once again, don't we? Several times today. Before we get started on weather, let's talk about what happened a few moments ago with the press conference in Meridian. As we are waiting for justice to be served, Dante Bender is en route back to Lauderdale County at this point. From my sources in the Louisville area tell me he passed through Louisville. The last sighting of this was near Burnside Park en route to Lauderdale County. He will be taken to the Lauderdale County Detention Center, again accused of murder. He is en route toward the Meridian area as he was caught this morning in Ackerman. Glad to see justice being served. Again, with all things we have to remember, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But as we all know, the evidence is stacked pretty high. Now, as you're hearing everything in the background, this is a bunch of lightning popping in the area. I just got a note that just lost some power in the Newton area. And radar will show you here in just a second that we have some serious storms that are approaching. So if you're in Newton County, Neshoba County still looks good at this point. It's right on the corner there. Looks to be more of a hit that's going to be coming into Newton and also Scott County, Jasper County, these areas. All right, let's get to talking about weather for a second and a lot of things that we'll cover for you here in a moment there. All right, let's pull up and we go to Meridian Honda radar. What do we have this afternoon? Severe thunderstorm warnings as we'll go to this and look. Here we've got Scott County with a severe thunderstorm warning that will expire at 1:30. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Newton and also Neshoba County, the southern portion, until 2 o'clock. And we also have a severe thunderstorm warning until 2 for Jasper County as we look Smith County also under this. And as you can see, this is pretty strong stuff that is coming this way. Now let's zoom in, let you take a peek at this of where this is coming. As you can see, right now on this side of the county, the western side of Newton County, but this will move directly across I-20, move east into Lauderdale County. Though it's not raining now, it's dark outside, it's coming. And it's a lot of rain involved with this. Let's get a closer look at this. If you're here in Silverina, just north of you, be ready in Jasper County as this storm is making its way. As we point this one out, Hickory, you will have the storm in 17 minutes. Got any folks watching in Hickory in those areas there? Also, Chunky, in half an hour, this storm will be on top of Chunky right here. So we're going to get wet in Lauderdale County. It's just coming as it makes its way into mostly Newton County, the heaviest of stuff. Now there's some heavy rain here in Smith, but not the intensity that we have here in this western portion of Newton County. Let's look at what we've got. Let's turn on a few locations and tell you where this storm is located at this point. Right on top of right here at Lawrence at the post office. If you were over there, you know how that building looks there at the courthouse. Not the courthouse, but the post office there. It's wet. We zoom in here on Highway 505. All of this rain, two-lane highway heading up as it will run into 80. Be careful on that road. We got a section of 20 there. Look at that, just outside of Newton. I'd give it about 8 miles west of Newton, and it's going to pour. Might want to wait a few moments. If you're traveling, you're looking at this and following this, and you're in Newton, need to go to Jackson, pull over a few minutes. Wait a little while there, and let the storm pass. As we look at this, now this is Highway 15. As you'll notice this storm, the leading edge of this is nearing Lazy Boy. So if you're at Lazy Boy right now, it's going to be on you here in just a few moments. This will make it to Center Ridge and Duffy within the next half hour. If you look at the big picture of this down here, we got the red goat right there. As you'll look at that there on 503. And it comes right up almost to the doorsteps there. It will fan out and cross over 503 just below the high school. Of course, right there is Newton County High. It's coming up on that. We got rain now moving in on Walmart, downtown area there. And this watch box has moved as we now get the cancellation. Well, it's not an actual cancellation. It's still there, but it has moved across. This watch box for Newton County has moved over just a little bit there. This will come across here at Newton County High at the city school. Right down through here. Raining very hard if you look at the county there at Myers Processing there. Be ready here in Hickory. Rain is coming. It hadn't reached there yet, but this is that rain to where you can't see good. As often we get the videos, I'd love to have your videos, and we'll get those posted as quickly as we can this afternoon to show you what is en route for our area. Has not started raining yet at the Veterans Cemetery, but it is coming. It will approach you very shortly from now. And if you'll look at this storm that is sitting right on top of Lazy Boy, this is going to move northeasterly toward Lauderdale County. This is going to cross Highway 496. Our friends out at Freeman Tractor. You're going to get wet, and this will come right on across. If it follows the same path that it's doing now, be ready here at Oak Tibby, and it'll go through the Bailey area there. But downtown Meridian, just like the downtown area of Newton, pouring rain now. Now, these right here should be expiring. It's supposed to expire at 1:30 for Scott County, and then this will leave this area here. And let's back out. It's 1:30. Let me turn this off, and we're going to refresh this while we're live to make sure that we got the latest data that is being put out by the National Weather Service as these storms come apart. Now, let's clear that off where you can see. As we refresh, we see that has run out now. This is fully into Newton County, and it will only be the eastern side of the county now. Starting at Newton all the way to the Lauderdale County line, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. At this point, again, it is headed toward Blunt's store. That'll be there in about 12 minutes. As we move down now, we still have this severe thunderstorm warning for Jasper County. It's what we've got. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Hang on just a second. Let me see here. I was making absolutely sure we didn't have an issue there. That was a sheriff of a local county that was checking in. I want to make sure we didn't have anything major that was happening there. So we'll check back in just a little bit and see what he's got going on. I want to make sure we didn't have any storm damage somewhere. A lot of times we get that. As we look at this radar, boy, look at this coming down. Lewin, Montrose, y'all be ready there. Highway 15, this storm is going to come through you. And yes, this does look here. We've got this thunderstorm watch out, which includes Kemper, Lauderdale, Quitman. Every one of these counties are going to get dumped on here in a moment. Looking better for Neshoba County. And that's been dropped for y'all. Y'all are no longer in the severe thunderstorm warning. That's been dropped. But Lauderdale County, Clark County, and also Jasper County, and we look at all of these, it not going to fare so well. We're going to get wet. As we fan back out and look at this, and these areas down around Hattiesburg, rough weather. Let's look at the big picture here of the state of what we've got going on. That's it. And look at these storms, this line that is coming across. Let's show you here. Let's put this into motion. You see how that's doing? And it's just plowing into us. Now, with this being said this afternoon, we don't have any tornadoes issued at this time, but is there a chance before this were to all pass that we could? Yes. Right now we're dealing with severe thunderstorm warnings. I don't want to get anybody excited for no reason, but always be weather alert with these. This is a pretty strong cell that moves through here with this. Now, we're picking up here in McGee. Let's see what the National Weather Service tells us there. Back over in McGee, we've had hail reported there, up to a quarter size in size there. Now, let's go here and make sure I've got the hail marker turned on of our severe weather to make sure we're getting it. Hail is, I'm not picking up anything. Let's look at damaging winds. And we've got that. Let's turn radar off where you can see this. Look at that. That is some kind of heavy winds coming in with these storms. It gives you an indication of what we've got. Now, as we look at this, the hail has been up here to the northwest, up around Walnut Grove. These areas here in Scott County has gotten a lot of hail. Does it mean that some of this can come in here? Absolutely. So we could see more of this before this is done, of hail mixed in with this, making its way towards us. All right, let's turn off the damaging winds there where we can see radar a little bit better there. Yeah, not bad at all there. We focus down here south of us, Collins, Mississippi. Look at the amount of storms that is moving in on Collins. Seminary, if you're watching in those areas, y'all be careful. You are also under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's turn this on to make sure y'all are up to date. That's going to be until... that didn't do what I wanted it to do. That's going to be until 1:45, a little extension on that. Now, Lake Edens, y'all be prepared. This leading edge of rain that is coming out of Smith County here out of Raleigh over Silverina now. Every bit of this points that it's going to be coming into the Pachuta, Quitman area. Y'all see this, don't you, in Meridian. Although it is not here yet, you've got just a little bit of time before the storm reaches here and rattles a few windows, so to speak. Some heavy wind with this. Let's check at this cell here. And again, this is pointing toward Lauderdale coming out of Jasper County. This should be at New Fellowship within 16 minutes and made it to Chunky within 25 minutes. Of course, New Fellowship there, Chunky right there. We look at this storm, and then we're showing a lot of hail right there. Let's turn this on where you can see these locations here. And if you're in the area there, you're probably right there at the Veteran Cemetery, stretching from Lazy Boy over to there. And this is going to be coming up on right here where the red goat is, Hickory picking. Y'all be prepared. There is hail approaching that area. Dollar General there in Hickory, y'all be ready. It's coming your way. Look at the intensity of this rain that we've got here in Newton County. This is going to be where the airport is, Myers Processing. Following Highway 15, you can barely see the road if you're traveling that today. I want y'all to be careful. And again, if you can wait somewhere a few minutes, most of our roads, other than I-20 in this area here, are two-lane highways, which means it gets messy. Y'all know that as well as I do. Hold off if you're somewhere. If you're at a friend's house, wait this out, 20 minutes. It'll pass, and life will be a whole lot better. Better be safe than sorry, as our mother told us. We all know that. So y'all be ready here as we get ready for these storms to come across Meehan. We got rain and activity coming there. Now, again, this is moved from the western side of this. We're showing that the line is not as wide as it was a while ago. It's lessened in mileage, which is good news. I like it when that happens. Let me double check here with the National Weather Service and see what they've got listed here. We've also got a severe thunderstorm warning that was listed for Covington and Jefferson Davis counties. We are picking up in Jasper County 60-mile-an-hour winds is what we've got indicated with this storm. Coming from the National Weather Service there. Also, severe thunderstorm warning, Newton, Mississippi, that western side there. We have picked up from time to time areas of heavy wind with it also. Now, let's go here. I'm going to check some power outages to see what we've got. I know we had some mentions of that just a moment ago, some power outages as we look at this. And then sure enough, let's pull this up where you can see this. Now, we got plenty of power in Lauderdale County, but as we go west of here and we get into Newton County, we're showing power outages, especially down here as this makes its way out of Smith County. Look at all this heavy storm. This is blowing down trees and it falling on power lines as we look at these areas here. Now, we go up right here to city limits of Newton. There at Lawrence, we've got 39 people without power. We go just across. Here's Newton sitting here just to the northwest of there across I-20, 27 people. And as we get right into this location right here, 85 people are without power. That's a bunch. They'll restore power as quickly as they can. And again, we hadn't had any yet in Lauderdale County. Could we? Absolutely. We always get into these areas there that has power outages from time to time. Outage, let me double check here to make sure we hadn't gotten anything new on that. Then we'll go back to radar. At this point, sitting pretty in the Lauderdale County area. Let's go back to this radar as it updates. Let's refresh and pull this up where everybody can see what we've got approaching us. We don't want you to get wet unless it's just absolutely necessary, do we? All right, here we go. Back to Meridian Honda radar, and here's what we've got. This is located right over the city limits of Hickory, as you might say. We've got heavy rain now in Decatur, stretching down there. You'll notice right there, the west side of Newton is now clear. This watch box, if you'll look at what we've got, has narrowed down quite a bit. Now, this will come just short of going in all the way to Union. It's right at it. As we zoom in on this, this line's going to come just south of the four-way where the convenience store is there at Highway 15, 492 meet. It's just shy of there. Matter of fact, this is going to come across, and we look at this, Memorial Park is right there across Spink Street. Right there's Gordon Road. And again, right there sits the store. There's the hospital. Y'all are just out of that severe thunderstorm warning as we look at that. Now, if we follow 489 outside there in Newton County, this right there is where the severe thunderstorm warning lies. It will follow down. Still Turkey Creek. Y'all are under this warning as well. It's going to move east over Decatur and directly across Newton County High. If you're in that area there, and I know the sheriff's department is up in there, gonna get wet. Lazy Boy. Wow. Just to the east of Lazy Boy. Let's look at this. Here's Veterans Park. We go directly due east of there. Shiloh Church. Anybody know where that is there? It's pouring, the heaviest of rain that we've got in Newton County right now as we zoom in on this. And again, this is going to be Norman Road right here. And then we've got right over here by Shiloh Church, a lot of rain pouring down on it. This rain now has reached there. We're almost to the Red Goat there. Hickory Pickin is coming there. Coming up on Hickory, the rain is just a couple of miles away from there. Now, we see this. We've got two storms that are popping out of this that are going to be headed directly into Lauderdale County. That's the way it's going to come in, directly across that county line. And let's look at our locations of what it's telling us. Well, that went away quick, didn't it? Yeah. It'll come back in a second and let us know where those thunderstorms are. Let's turn this off where we see the big picture of what we've got. Do y'all see that? Yeah, heavy, heavy, heavy rain there. Lewin, Highway 15. Again, I've traveled this road many, many times throughout my life. This 15 here between Montrose and there. Pouring rain there. We really watch areas down here south of us. Collins, Seminary in Columbia. Look at those areas there of what is coming. A stretch from Macomb all the way over to those areas there. A lot of rain. As we come back up, again, right there, we got lightning now popping up here on radar as we look at this. This popped at about 10 minutes ago on that one, and at 1:33, so that's less than 10 minutes. Now, at this point, Lauderdale County has not been included on this severe thunderstorm warning. That's good news. I'd like to tell you that this will die down before it gets here. It doesn't look like it. Now, the good news to this storm is it's not as wide as it was when I first got back from the press conference and started looking at all this. It has calmed down. The width of this storm is not what it was. Light rain in Union now. Across Lauderdale County, really not that much rain. Again, all of these storms will be out of the way by 5:30 is what we're being told. On top of all this, we want to remind you of the heat that is going to be rolling in this weekend. It's going to be excessive. We want you to stay as cool as you absolutely can. Be careful in those areas there. We look at Bay Springs here in Jasper County. We are starting to see that the watch box moves a little bit eastward there. Let's go into the county there. Montrose, as we look at this. Right through here. Lewin's still in the watch box, but it cuts across right there just east now of the downtown area of Montrose on 15. It's starting to show some relief there. Just an area there. Starting here at the hospital. Jasper General. All the way up to Lewin. That's some of the worst of the weather that we've got in the county. Now, let's go back to Newton County because I am seeing tons and tons of lightning strikes that have been hitting throughout there. All right, let me double check something here, make sure we didn't get a new warning just then. Yes, we just did. Lauderdale, Clark, and Jasper counties have now been included in a severe thunderstorm warning. That just got issued. This is going to be until 3 o'clock. So we carry with this an extra hour in this. All right, let's go back and look at our watch boxes and what just happened from the National Weather Service. Half of Lauderdale County is going to be included in this. All right, here we go, Lauderdale. Our line is going to be directly across here. Let's turn on our locations where you see this storm, this line that's coming through here. This will cut across. Once it reaches Lauderdale County, the watch box area will cut across Highway 19 right there at the Cicalina Volunteer Fire Department. That's going to be the line. It will go due east across Highway 493, just north of where Last Chance Tobacco is, and cut across Highway 39. We all know where the soccer complex is. Right through there is where the storms are going to cut across. And this will be right there at the Shell station is where that is. Right there. Not more than what? Half a mile? Maybe less. This will move east across the county, our line of what we've got here. And this is going to be Tom Bailey. cuts across there, and then right at the Simmons store out in Tumsuba, and then this will go south and take in all of Lauderdale County southward. The downtown area is included in this severe thunderstorm warning. Then we get into Clark County, and we'll look at this, and if I'm not mistaken, it's the entire county. It is. All of Clark County being included in this severe thunderstorm warning. Nasty rain is on the way. There's no other way to word that as we look at this radar this afternoon as it fastly approaching. And as you'll see here, it's a bunch of popping with this. Let's look at this back up here in Newton County. This lightning that is coming with the storm is pretty horrific. We're seeing more and more on the southern end of this line as it comes across. Now, as I always try to describe the radar the best I can, if you're seeing these little yellow lightning bolts, it means that it actually touched on the ground. It hit something. As we pull this up and we show here at 1:42, 3 minutes ago, lightning hit the ground. This is that loud stuff. That was 5 minutes ago, and we've got some here that's a couple of minutes old. 2 minutes ago. Let's zoom in on this of where this is. We go deep into Newton County. Here's Highway 503. We get a little bit closer here. This is going to be Lebanon Church, that area there. And we come across, and we see that the Hickory Little Rock Road. I wanted to say that twice because it sounded a little tongue-twisted, didn't it? Right there is where this storm is approaching. We got lightning all around it. If you live in that area, be prepared for this. And then our friends out at Lazy Acres, not raining there yet, but it is mighty close to reaching y'all, so be careful. Again, at Hickory Picking right here, right there at the Red Goat, we got a lot of rain coming down. This is going to stretch from right there all the way back to the Veterans Cemetery. Goes down. We're getting heavy rain, as we mentioned a few moments ago, about the rain that was approaching Hickory. We've got it there all through that area. As we look at these, this is going to expire at 2 o'clock. We got 14 minutes remaining on that. Clark County and also Lauderdale County, they extended that until 3 o'clock. If this thing keeps up with its current pace, it will move faster than that. Let's hope it goes away and no harm is done. I'm getting a note here from the radar system as it often sends me messages. Location picking up lightning right up in the Kemper County area. It's telling me that right up here around Damascus that we've got lightning that has not been shown. It's in the air. And so if you're anywhere here on 495, just be a little cautious with our lightning. We have had lightning detected within, let's see here, 15 miles of Meridian as well. That's the latest we've got that it sent us there. Now, the width of the storm, again, has gone smaller. The further south you go, the wider it gets. So this tells me that once this storm gets into Clark County, y'all are going to have a longer time of rain. Although this area right here is probably dumping a little bit more rain in abundance at a time, this will saturate more area as it comes across. All right, let's look at this. We're having lightning here on Highway 80, 1:39 p.m. Less than 10 minutes ago, lightning struck there. We do expect this to expire here within the next 10 minutes. We're watching this closely. I keep double checking to make sure something else hadn't been added. That's what the constant glancing and looking around is. Let me go back here and see if the National Weather Service has added anything new that we need to pass along here in the last few moments. Okay, Bay Springs area. We do have some trees down blocking both lanes of County Road 23. This is going to be near the 2900 block if you're watching us in the Bay Springs area. The 2900 block of that area, we got trees down on top of the road there. We also have right around the Jackson Airport, near there in Brandon, near Aereo Drive. We've got a tree down also there that we're picking up this afternoon that's been sent in. And that's the two that we've got reported lately. And again, as always, if you've got damage or something you need to report, so put it in the note so others will know what's approaching and they see all that as well. All right, let's turn this off and look at the big picture of what we've got coming. as you well see, Kemper County and also Neshoba County look to be good. They're going to get some light showers as it moves across here. But this heavier stuff will pick up right there in Newton County and move eastward to Lauderdale County. Smith County getting poured on, and also there in Clark County will be getting the rain shortly. Now, as we go further south, Waynesboro, not really raining there at this point, but it's going to. We got a lot of rain that is coming in from the Collins area that will cross over the Jones County area and right into Wayne County. Heavy rain as we watch it very closely for you this afternoon. Let's see, making sure. Let's do a fresh reboot, and then I'll pull the radar back up where you can see what is happening. All right, here we are as we go back to Meridian Honda radar. Look at that rain that we've got right there in Bay Springs. And again, we've had trees reported down in that area already. Now, this is almost at this point into Lauderdale County. Matter of fact, that storm is just barely crossing the county line, if you'll see this, just south of Hickory, Chunky. Our locations tell us that this has moved over the Dollar General. That's good news for everybody in that area. Getting a little break there. But south of there, if you keep traveling, as you go further south there on Highway 503, you're going to get into rain here before this intersection of 504. We follow this, and again, this is closely coming in on Point Juanita Lake Road. Y'all expect this rain to pour here in just a moment. Already getting light rain through about a mile and a half stretch there, which tells us Stuckey's Bridge area, all here where the Goodwater Baptist Church is, you're going to get wet, and it'd be heavy in the next few moments there. All right, let's turn off these when we get a better picture of that. If you'll see how this just does, this starts back over here at Decatur, Turkey Creek there, and winds back around. Does like a little hook there of this thunderstorm. And this will come down and follow us into Laurel. By far, as we look at the weather that is here in Newton County, does not compare to how bad the weather is down here. This is a lot worse here in Jones County. And again, that will make its way into Wayne County, near Waynesboro in just a little while. Hattiesburg, y'all as well are going to have a lot of rain as we look at all of this. Columbia, all right, we do have a tornado warning that just popped up in the state of Mississippi that we need to talk about. As always, we go here to pull this up. Let's look at this of what we've got. We see that a tornado warning has been issued for southeastern Walthall County. We've seen tornadoes in that area before. This is going to be capable of producing a tornado located near Dexter, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. So if you've got friends, family, and you're right here around Tylertown, as we zoom in on this, tornado warning has been issued for your area. We want you to move to your safe place immediately. Don't wait around there. You're east of 80 there. This is going to affect you as we look at this Flowers. The city of Flowers is going to be there. All right, let's see here. All right, that's just another text letting me know there is a severe thunderstorm warning in and around us. Right now, again, state of Mississippi, that's the only tornado warning that we have here. And that's going to be Walthall County. We look at this now. This right here just east of Collins, and we're going to move back up a bit closer to our area there. But we want to pay attention to this. I always tell you when we see these swirls on radar, does it also mean that anything bad is going to happen? Not always. But we want you to know what all that is. And that's telling us that's got some shear winds with that. 58 mile an hour shear winds. This is going to be just west of Ellisville at this point. Double checking as we often get updates through cell phones to make absolutely sure nothing new there. Heidelberg area. Rains are right on top of Heidelberg. Y'all be prepared for the rain that is about to be in abundance to you. This is Moss, Mississippi, right down here in Jasper County. Y'all be careful as southern Jasper County getting a little bit worse than the northern part. As you'll see the intensity right there. It's going to be due west of Heidelberg, right out here on the rural route. They call that Blue Ridge, Mississippi, is where that is and where it's headed. Now, we still have a few storms in the area of Montrose. If you were coming down Highway 15 where Lewin is in those areas, we got a lot of rain there. But the intensity of that is going to be south of there, east of Mississippi 15. If you're traveling Highway 18 through Jasper County, y'all be prepared. It's going to dump a lot of rain on you. As we look at this I-20, now, as you leave Meridian, if you've got to leave, we need you to be careful. 20 is very dangerous. I constantly see wrecks happen on this road with the least little bit of rain and wind. And today we've got so much more coming down. We don't want you to have a wreck on that because we have been pretty much dry for a few days, and so that's going to make these roads even slicker when this storm and wet weather hits on that. You mix in a little bit of wind with that, we've got a problem, don't we? That's what we're watching there. Again, this storm has not made it to Lauderdale County yet, but slowly coming across. Radar has it there at Chunky, heavy rain just east of Hickory as well. Downtown Decatur still getting rain. Right there at 15, comes across here. All right, we're looking. All right, let's do a hard reboot here to Meridian Honda Radar and do this, make sure we've got the latest information that is being offered there. No change what we've had in the last couple of minutes here. It's kind of just making its way across the county. I'd like to tell you that all the gardens like that, but I'm sure that it was an overflow of rain that came down in several of these areas here. It's messy out there, to say the least. We're still watching these storms down here that are making near the Ellisville area, and again, one tornado warning still in effect for Mississippi. Right here, southern, just due east of Tylertown, is where we've got this, and Walthall County is where the tornado warning is. All right, let's look at the big picture. All right, here we are. Do you see that? That's what we've got for the state. Let's turn on the whole map of how this system is moving across it. Moving there to the southeast, isn't it? That it is. All right, I just got a note that someone else has spotted that entourage of Dante being brought into Lauderdale County now, being entered into Lauderdale County as he has been escorted to the Lauderdale County Jail. That's where he is headed now. And again, the arrest of Dante Bender is who I'm referring to. But they have made their way into Lauderdale County. He will be met with cuffs as he enters the jail. That is going on now. Again, we pass along, if you're just tuning in, we've had the press conference earlier today, a sad, somber moment in the courtroom there. A lot of officers, as you can still see, were very upset. Close friends of his that lost his life for such a senseless act. We don't know much more to say about it than that. Yes. Do we as citizens have more questions? Yes, we do. We hope we'll get the opportunity to ask these questions, and someone will answer them. A press conference that goes above and beyond is what we want. I'll do my best to get up with Jimmy here in just a little bit and see if he has anything that he can add to that. But this gentleman here, and let's pull up this picture here. This was from earlier, the big arrest in Ackerman, Mississippi, accused of shooting a Lauderdale City of Meridian police officer. Sad day for us. The first life that we've lost since 1985. Sad, sad, sad. Again, you are innocent until proven guilty by a set of your peers. Well, I want to repeat that, but indications are this is pretty bad there. Let's see. Watching Laurel as we go back to talk about things, we've got the tornado warning that is south of us in Walthall County. Eyes are watching very closely in the Laurel area. Y'all be careful there. It's not a tornado warning, but a little bit of rotation we're picking up there from the National Weather Service. So just be on your extra P's and Q's if you're in the Laurel area as these storms come about. All right, let's go back to Meridian Honda Radar where you can see everything. All right, here we are. Let's zoom in. What do we have going on here? As we see here, this is what I'm talking about. Right in that area there around Laurel, it's bad. Now, I hear the thunder very closely to where we are now as it's entering Lauderdale County. It's loud. It's heavy. All right, let's get closer to this. Still Decatur. Y'all just don't want to give up the rain, do you? A light shower right there as we look at, let's turn this on where you see what I see. We've got a little bit of rain right there near the Veteran Cemetery, between there and the Walmart downtown Newton. It's breaking up. It's coming across. Past the Red Goat now. As you come in, you get near to Lazy Acres Christmas Tree Farm. Pouring rain there. And this is going to follow this if you go northward there and come off I-20 and go due north. Chunky Road right there. That's going to be a bunch of it there. Chunky Duffy Road is where all that rain is. And again, that's 2-lane. We need you to be careful if you're traveling that. Now, Lauderdale County, as we look at this, has got rain now. This is right on top of Meehan. If you're there at the Volunteer Fire Department this afternoon, odds are you are getting wet at this point, aren't you? It's going to come across light rain at Stuckey's Bridge, but, boy, it's closing the gap as it moves in. And this portion here, out by Owls, out by the Rock House Trading Post, y'all be ready. In the next little bit, it's going to be a lot of rain pouring down on that stretch of Highway 19. And we always have to, when you're talking about here where State Boulevard Extension runs into Highway 19 right there by Owls, we see so many wrecks that happen there. Drive extra careful. Pay attention to what the other guy's doing. It's hard to see sometimes in the rain, but we're expecting that to be pretty heavy rain as we look at radar of what's west of there. All right, as we, let's see here. Let's move down. Let's look at Clark County, what's going on there. Now, it's pouring rain now at Goodwater Baptist in southwestern Lauderdale County, fastly approaching Dunn's Fall and also there at the bridge. Got heavy rain there. Now, it looks as though these storms that are down in Jasper could take a little bit of a northward turn. Fellowship Community. This storm will be there with you within 27 minutes. And that's right there, Fellowship, if you've never heard that before, right there at the extreme northern portion of Newton County, right at the southern tip of that, as we're looking as it joins into Jasper County. Right there at the county line is where that's going to come through. All right, let's turn off those locations and come across to... All right, let me do another hard reboot. Sometimes it doesn't move as fast as I think it should. Let's see what we've got. All right, let's see here. Looking better. The intensity not as bad as it once was. Now, let's talk about Enterprise. Orange area is going to have a storm that is moving kind of northward there. We see that most of Jasper County has been taken out of the severe thunderstorm warning. Just this little area down here around Heidelberg, and as you go up, just barely touching right there at Lake Edens. It's east of there now. But this is going to make its way, as you'll see here. Straight up 59, right into Lauderdale County is what this is going to do, where it all meets right there. Heavy showers. Y'all be careful there on 59. We have just as many wrecks past that split on both of those roads than you can shake a stick at. We all know that. We've been there. We've seen that. Just still slowly making its way around Decatur is what we've got. As we glance across radar, Gainesville, not too bad. We have some light showers now that have moved into that Philadelphia area. Louisville, Winston County, light rain. It's not bad at all there. But you do have some rain that is occurring in the county. The Laurel-Hattiesburg area is still taking a pounding. We still have the one tornado warning that is still in effect for the state of Mississippi. And again, this is going to be south here to the southeast of Tylertown is where this is. Let me turn this on where that'll show us that location there and what time it will run out. That tornado warning is going to last for another, 27 minutes is what's remaining on that. It will expire at 2:30 this afternoon. As we move northward from there and get away from that Tylertown heavy rain, we get up near Summerall, Ellisville, Jones County at the rain. As this moves across Heidelberg, you've got a lot of rain. And we still have this thing just pretty much stalled from Decatur to Hickory. So No major changes in radar looks there at Lauderdale County, but it is pouring rain there. And again, this northern portion here, as it makes its way into Lauderdale County there, be prepared there at Highway 19, that area there, as that rain is going to come across and inundate that area, just pour down rain. We've had a bunch of wrecks in that area before. We don't need any of that this afternoon. So far, I have been not notified of any wrecks that has happened lately in those areas there. All right, the thunder gets a little bit thicker there. Let me check one other thing before we pull radar back on top of that. Let's see here. No change, nothing new being listed there. We are finding out that we have some hail being listed on Highway 11 near Highway 98. Let's see. Everything Wathall is the place to watch, where we do have that tornado warning. I was doing some heavy eyeing on to make sure we didn't have something else that I was not aware of in that area there. All right, let's go back to radar. Reading Honda Radar pulls this up for us. Big thank you to them for being a part of this with us and letting you know where the rain is. We try to let you know right up to your doorstep when bad weather breaks out, so you'll be prepared and know what's happened. All right, the good news is we've got Newton County now. The severe thunderstorm warning has expired for Newton County. Can't ask for anything any better as it makes its way into Lauderdale County. And again, the intensity, I don't see it as bad as it was. Now, without a doubt, this section right here around Highway 19 from Cicalina to MCC is what we're going to call it. That stretch there is going to be the heaviest part of rain that moves through the county. Can this shrink? It sure can. We're seeing a little break right here. Now, south of here, this area here, it's a smaller break. We've got that big rain now at the split. Let's zoom in on this where you see a little bit better there. Again, this is 59 fast approaching Highway 11. We've got these storms. Here's the airport. It hasn't made it there, but look at the jail. Lost Gap. If you're there, I'm sure that you can look up and see all of that off in the distance as it gets very, very close there. Now, Meehan, pouring rain. If you're in Meehan this afternoon watching me, and as you get on this interstate, we all know how that twists and winds through there. You're going to have heavy rain all the way right there to the Newton County line. And again, after you make it to Newton, it will be better for the rest of your route. Small break in the weather as it comes across there. Now, our window this afternoon is from now until 5 o'clock, and it looks like maybe these storms are a little faster than they expected to begin with, that window being only a 3-hour period to begin with. But it looks like we've got a chance that this may blow through and start to just fade away after this. That's what we're hoping. We don't want any of the tornadoes that they've got south of us down in the Laurel area this afternoon. We don't want that. All right, Plant Sweat. If you were to come out past the airport, we got rain almost at Plant Sweat. Now, if you're going to be traveling out toward Valley Road for anything this afternoon, that's a curvy road with a bunch of hills as we go through the Clarkdale community right on toward Clark County. Be careful. Use and advise caution everywhere you go because you never know when an incident can happen. Here at the church, over at Rock Hill Church, we have a lot of rain pouring there. Heavy showers there. We've got lightning strikes that are popping up that happened about 4 minutes ago in that area. And what we'll have here, we'll even get some rain out here at the Evangel Temple here in the next few moments. So if you've got to travel Highway 45 south, y'all be prepared. The rain's going to come through there. As we back out, finally starting to get a break over Decatur there. All right, let me see here. We got some... I had a picture here that will get loaded here, and just a scary look of the way the clouds come about. That's a pretty nasty cloud shelf, and we'll get that loaded very shortly from now as these storms approach us. And I want to say thank you to Mickey Decker for sending those pictures. We appreciate that. Now, if you are north here, say you're at Northeast High School, it looks like you don't have much to worry about this afternoon. You're going to get some rain showers, but it will not be as bad as if you're sitting at Lamar. Maybe you're sitting on North Hill Street this afternoon toward the subway. If you go on down near the church, Northcrest Baptist Church, it's going to be a lot of rain that comes down North Hill Street. So be prepared as it comes across everything there on I-20. We always have some form of an accident on 20. We'd love to say that that's not going to happen. We don't know. But be careful. Whew, the best I can tell you this afternoon. All right, let's turn off locations and look at the big picture again of what we've got. As you can see, now this is shrunk in size, which is great news. But Stonewall, y'all listen up. This is going to get hairy. It's going to be very wet as it moves through Stonewall, Enterprise area, Pachuta, all the way through downtown equipment there at the railroad tracks. Jay, you're even going to get wet there at Jay's Taxidermy this afternoon. This storm's going to be, the further south you go, the worse it will be, as you see here. Now, as we look here west of Shibuya, we've got a storm that is making its way toward the Goodwater community. That will be there in 22 minutes, and within half an hour, the storm will be at the community of Nancy. Whoo, boy, a lot of rain with that. Sandersville, a lot of wet stuff. That's probably the heaviest of rain that we've got there. As we glance down, we're still showing that this tornado warning is still in effect here. Now, as we come across the state line, no rain yet, Butler, Alabama, but y'all will get your share of this. As we go further south, Millery, Alabama, already picking up on some of the rain this afternoon. A small thunderstorm over y'all. Chatham, Alabama's light showers there, but Highway 43 between there and Thomasville, Jackson, Alabama. Woo, Grove Hill. Y'all got a little rain there too, but this is not anything compared to what you're going to get for what's coming out of the Mississippi area. All of this area as it comes across right through here, it's going to be pretty rough there for a little bit. Now, will they hold this severe thunderstorm warning? They've held on to it pretty long. We got 50 minutes remaining on it, and that's been sparingly. Again, it hasn't been as heavy as it could be in this area there, but wow. All right, let's do another update. Let me check to make sure that the National Weather Service hadn't sent us more information that we needed to share with this. Dime-sized hail reported on Highway 49 and 59. Again, that's going to be the Laurel-Hattiesburg area as we see that this afternoon also. We're picking up lightning within 5 miles in the Neshoba County, Neshoba Central. I don't know if that microphone is picking up all of that thunder that is right on top of me in the West Lauderdale area, but whoo, it's loud. Without a doubt. It's very loud. Let's go back to radar and look at this. Let me update this as we mentioned that before we moved off of the radar to where you could see it there. Still, all right, here we go. So you can see. Sometimes I forget. I move it a little too much. Here's what we've got there. Enterprise. It's pouring rain in Enterprise now. But y'all knew that, didn't you? Stonewall, you'll get your fair share of this. Bunch of it there. Pachuta, look at the rain that is on top of y'all. Now, again, I tell you, this stretch of Highway 45, starting at the county line all the way to Shibuya. It's not raining there yet, but it is going to be there in just a few moments on y'all. Both of these severe thunderstorm warnings will last until 2 o'clock this afternoon, 3 o'clock rather. So we're looking at 48 minutes remaining on that. I would hope that the National Weather Service will drop some of this in a little bit, but we got it to deal with. Lauderdale County, extremely weakening in comparison to the rest of this. Look at this. Let's go in and let's look at our roads in Lauderdale County, let you know where it is in relationship where you live. Let's turn on our locations now and look at this, 2080. Here at Lost Gap, Meehan, right there at the Lost Gap Prison. Boy, look at the rain. Just to the west of you, we've had some lightning strikes here across 20, all the way back over here to where Rock Hill Church is, Providence area. We've got a lot of rain coming down right through there. This is fast approaching where structural steel is. The airport, if you got to drop a package off at the UPS store back there, I'd wait a little while. Now, again, it is weakening. We got heavy showers here all down this if you're going to be traveling Valley Road. Here's Plant Sweat. And look at the rain that just follows that little narrow road all the way back to the Clarkdale area. That's a bunch of it. We haven't gotten any rain yet out here by the church, but 22nd Avenue, these areas will get some rain. It looks to be this heaviest of rain, as I mentioned before. It's going to be this stretch between State Boulevard and right down through here, 19 to MCC, as we look at this as it moves into Lauderdale County this afternoon. Heavy rain, heavy rain. Now, let me do this and make sure we hadn't lost any power in our area. Let me update. We're 100% with EMEPA. That's the good news. Power outages still continue out to our west there as we look at Newton County. Several people without power. We want to pay close attention to y'all. Power crews will be back taking care of y'all as quickly as they can. And as I double check back on here, no new information from the National Weather Service. But as I mentioned, we are looking better in Lauderdale County. As we look at the big map here of what's going on throughout the county this afternoon. Now, Clark County, the biggest what we've got. Jay, if you'll see here, you got a storm that's moving out of Heidelberg that is headed directly toward Jay's Taxidermy. This will head right on over to where the landfill is. As you were passing through Clark County, it's going to be rain there. This puts this storm at Nancy in 24 minutes. And the Goodwater community within 18 minutes. Now, all of this area here around Dollar General is going to get a pouncing on. But as you can tell, Clark County is going to get a lot worse than Lauderdale County is. It's just the way the storm is moving and how it moves easterly. This little stretch here, this little thunderstorm almost looks like Florida that's moving through the county here in Lauderdale County. We hope to have it out no time flat. Hadn't yet. Mathis Peaches, y'all get ready. You've got rain within about 1.5 miles of there that's going to be quickly approaching, getting things wet there. And, of course, that will move on across down here where Progressive Pipeline is in those areas there. We'll get rain even out here in the southeast area in just a little while. Let's see. I just got a picture, and I won't have time to get it up while we're live here, but I got a picture there from 8th Street from Rodney's Muffler. Black cloud approaching Lauderdale County. She says it's lightning really bad there, that you can see it from 8th Street. And what we're looking at here, here's MCC. You go down to about right there is where she's going to be sitting there on 8th Street looking at this storm that is approaching. And it's ferocious looking there. All right, we've got all kinds of lightning as we look a little bit south here. Let's dig into Clark County. I know we have a lot of people that join us each day from the Clark County area. And let's look at y'all for a moment there. Just barely into Jasper County, y'all severe thunderstorm warning barely takes in Lake Edens, on into Pachuta, right on up to the downtown area of Quitman. Enterprise, raining hard. It is hard there at the high school. We got heavy rain there at Dollar General also. This is going to be moving into the Stonewall area, and Piggly Wiggly in those areas will get their fair share of the storm as it crosses the roads and byways through there as well. We've had lightning strikes right here at the cemetery as we come down and follow Highway 59 there. Watch is in that area. Fellowship, that's what they're going to call that community there. Pine Hill Cemetery is what we're looking at, but right on top of it. All right, if you live in the Lauderdale, Mississippi area, the radar system is telling me there's lightning within 10 miles of the Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena, which will encompass all that areas there of the store that took over where Clyde's used to be, and where we've got all the Cefco there, all of that area, lightning within 10 miles of there. Big thank you to the many faces that I see watching this afternoon. Danny Page, how are you? Donnie, rather. Also, Manoa Cranford, saying everything wrong on her. Anita Evans, how are you doing? Glad to see y'all. Bunch of people joining in. Lynn Fagan. Linda Culpepper joins us. Also, Monica French. Good to see you. Got you covered watching from Kemper County and always there. Layden Joyner watching also. Now, let's go back in and dig into this and look at this. All right, we're sitting at 217 as we look at radar. Let me just hit the button. Let's just hit this and force it to take the new update. As this always does, is a 60-second cycle on radar. One of the fastest that you can get. We try to keep the latest on that, but it updates every 60 seconds. So we watch it closely there. We're getting a lot thinner line, and the good news is, you see that? We just took Lauderdale County out of the severe thunderstorm. That is great news. And we move south here. Now, this thunderstorm has moved southward into Clark County. They've moved that line. It's only going to go, assuming, let's tell you what road. So Lauderdale County in the clear at this point. 18, if you look at Highway 59 as it comes across here, let's turn on some locations here. Getting all kinds of pictures that are floating in. And let's see. Yeah, that's something else to see there. This looks like Highway 19 of what she sent. Beautiful picture, but a lot of clouds and dark as it moves there. We'll get these loaded here before the afternoon is out. But we've got pouring rain, and again, they've moved this severe thunderstorm line southward to Highway 503. It's going to cut across. It's going to be south of Pine Hill Cemetery. That's the good news I'd like to tell you. I wish it was all going away, but it hasn't yet. We watch it. Let's see. Making sure. I'm double checking. Double checking to make sure we didn't have any incidents or accidents that I wasn't aware of. Always inbox us, let us know. Let me check this while we glance this of an inbox to the weather. We got a lot of pictures rolling in. And I haven't been able to get them transferred. I got a picture from downtown across the train station, dark clouds there. We'll load all of this. All right, I'm being told now that the SUV, we'll call it that, someone just passed Meridian Highway Patrol cruisers exporting the prisoner back to Meridian. It is headed into Meridian now. It's the word I'm getting there. Once he has made it, we will pass along that information when he is behind bars. But in the city limits of Meridian, almost nearly a 24-hour hiatus that he got away, but eventually was captured there. Is they put the full force of everybody behind this to catch him. Ackerman, Mississippi, as far as he made it there. All right. Again, appreciate you, Bob, letting me know that. Thanks for the heads up there. We go back and let's take a look around of what we've got this afternoon. Let's look at radar. 221 is what we're looking at. And we got a storm here in Clark County. Let's pull this up where you can see it good. This is going to be coming just north of the downtown area. This is going to cross right there at Pleasant Hill Baptist. Y'all be prepared there as we zoom in. We've got a lot of rain that's crossing Highway 512. Right there. It's coming across there. Y'all see that? Here's the co-op. Let's put this in relation to where you live. This is Highway 18. This is going to be Highway 512 that crosses right there at that intersection. Heavy rain right across there. Archusa. Y'all are going to get a little flood as this makes its way here across 18 and then on out here where Cooper's Chapel is. We got rain moving in that direction also this afternoon. Let's see. Yeah, let me check a message of what we've got. Lightning. All right. Again, no new updates. I was double checking to make sure about the prisoner being escorted also into Lauderdale County. All right. I know that the thunderstorm has expired for Lauderdale County. Let me tell you that rocked the windows here where I'm at. All right. As you well see here, this is a very, very dark storm. All right, let's look at this. Clark County, Highway 18 at Harmony. You folks in Clark County, Harmony area, be prepared. This thing is nasty, to say the least. We got two areas there that lightning's popping. Let's look at it. Here's 18 where the Methodist Church is. Let's come down to Highway 11. Let's go east of there as we come across here. Look at that. Pouring rain in those little areas there. This is going to be Clark County Road 280 is where this is. If you live in that area just north of 280, this is the Church of Christ sitting here on the west side of 11. Comes across there. That's heavy rain there. And the rule right out here around the pine trees, it ain't cutting any slack, is it? Now, we got rain right there, coming up on it right there at Harmony. Y'all got and look at the hail that we've got with this. So be careful as we get this storm nearing the downtown area of Quitman. This is going to go just north of the co-op. Here's Highway 512. Look at that, how close that's getting there. That's almost across the steps of the co-op as this storm rolls through there. As we rate this storm, you put it on a scale of 1 to 10. What is it? It's almost a 3. That's dumping a lot of rain. It doesn't give you anything other than some winds here and there. Won't be any major damage with it on the big scale of 1 to 10. I always like to let you know what we've got when these storms produce like this. But you're going to feel it, nonetheless, with a lot of heavy rain. All right. Again, it's just shy of reaching up to Clarko State Park, what's left of this severe thunderstorm warning. It's 2:24 right now. We carry this storm for another 36 minutes. Hopefully this will die out and it will go away like we did here in Lauderdale County. Light showers there moving in just about right there at the big church. As we look here to the Evangel Temple, we got showers moving in there. Lights back over, still floating around in Newton County there around Turkey Creek, even across east over Decatur, over the campus there. Enterprise, they're cleaning out the ditches there as it washes everything down the street in front of the Piggly Wiggly there. If you were to go into Stonewall, it's a free street cleaning. Mother Nature does that for us every once in a while, doesn't it? Highway 514, y'all got a lot of rain there also. Light rain there at Clarkdale High School, which means the Superette and there at the pharmacy, not too bad. A little bit of rain, but just below you is the heavy rain. If you were standing in the parking lot and look south, it's out there. Just not exactly near you at the moment there. We come down Shibuda, y'all will get a lot of rain with this and probably a lot of lightning strikes in that area as it makes it. We move down, it gets worse the further south you go. Waynesboro, y'all be ready here. If you're around Wayne Academy, look at this. We've got more lightning piled up here than you can shake a stick at. Now, we've had some up here, but look at this, the intensity. There we go. Laurel, east of Laurel, all the way over there. Look at all of that. We've got a bunch of storms right here as well. This is moving out of the USM area. That's where that is there somewhere on. We look back down here, and hopefully this has expired. I think it has. Yeah, our tornado warning that we only had one in the state of Mississippi this afternoon. And as always, we put in that clause that the conditions were favorable for the possibility of one. We did get one issued today. Let's turn this off here. Meridian looks good. Lauderdale County, it just kind of faded away, didn't it? I had to bring in the hallelujah team on those things when these things fade away and don't do any damage. I'm glad that is out of the way there. Now, let's double check. Let me make sure what we've got here on touching up to make sure we don't have any outages in Clark County. Let me refresh here. At this point, we're still good throughout Clark County. I'm not showing any power outages whatsoever as I go back and check the National Weather Service. Hattiesburg, they clocked in just a moment ago with 53-mile-an-hour wind gusts with this. That's pretty strong there, so be careful there. And it was observed, we've had some almost 1-inch size hail in Forest County, moved across Jones and Lamar as well. That was reported there. Whew. All right, let's see here. Jasper and all of that was canceled. Nothing new there from the National Weather Service as we watch this. All right, let's go back over to Meridian Honda radar and pull this back up where you can see what I see as we look at this pretty closely there. Look at there. Now, this storm is just to the west of Newton, in Newton, Pachuta. Let me get my language right here as we follow this here. It's real close in there. Y'all see that? So if you live in the Quitman area and due south toward all the way down here to Shibuda, y'all be prepared for this. You're getting ready to have some heavy, heavy rains. Stonewall, it's raining there, but the intensity south of Stonewall just increasingly gets worse. If you were to draw a line across the county, you would put this just south of Clarko and then all the way down for the rest of the county of heavy, heavy rain. If you live north of Clarko, north of Enterprise, not too bad. All the way into Lauderdale County, you'll get a rain shower here and there, but it will not be what you're getting down here. All right, Quitman. You're going to have the storm on top of you downtown Quitman within 7 minutes. Be prepared on that. Let me double check my messages here, make sure we hadn't gotten anything new. Not yet, we don't. All right, this is going to cross, again, let's zoom in and look at your streets of where this is coming. I mean, this is directly downtown, right by the courthouses, how this is going to cross in here. Over here at the Trinity Gospel Church, y'all are going to get wet here quick. The sheriff's office, right in line for this to come across it. So if you're sitting in the sheriff's office this afternoon, y'all be ready. It's going to be a lot of rain come across y'all. As well as we look at Quitman High School that sits right here. We follow this road that would go on out here to the lake, Archusa, all through that area there. Again, the intensity of this even dropped even further since the last time we looked at it. So that's good news. Where we had the storm rated at a 2.8 while ago, it's down to a 2.3. That makes me feel even better that this is going to lose its umph here in just a little while. But nonetheless, y'all are going to get a lot of rain there. That area right there, if you look where Pleasant Hill on Highway 512, where Pleasant Hill is, if you live just north of there, let's just glance at that just a moment. This is Mississippi 512 that would cut you across here from Pachuta right into Quitman on 512. You go north of that, look at these roads here. Let's zoom in on this. This is going to be County Road 320. If you're anywhere near County Road 320, you're getting dumped on. Over here at King's Cemetery, we got a lot of rain. It lightens up as you get here near the Chickasahey River. I almost said that wrong, didn't I? Coming into Quitman there. Church Street, y'all are going to get a lot of rain. But it's not there yet. It's coming. It's going to cross 18 there on the east side of Quitman and then move on in toward the Alabama area. As we back out, let's just look at the big scheme of pictures of what all we've got going on in the state to make sure we know everything that is happening. Butler, Alabama looks good at this time. We still have some Chatham, Alabama area. Y'all be prepared. These storms will get you wet before long. As we move to these coastal areas, Daphne, what did they have down here earlier there? A water spout was reported there earlier. Pretty strong there around Gulf Shores, Alabama. Now, Hattiesburg, still pouring rain, some of the worst activity that we've had in the state. Louisiana down here, near Bogalusa. As we get to Picayune and then Pearl River, Slidell, and those areas there, Pearl River. All right, let's double check here, see if I've gotten anything new. I have not. We should be getting close to, let me go back and check my messages here. We should be almost, I haven't gotten official word of the marshals of where they are, but they've got him close to being checked into the Lauderdale County jailhouse, and maybe we'll get word to confirm that here in just a moment. That is a point of interest as we watch the weather this afternoon of someone that shot someone on our police force. Sad day for Lauderdale County. Sad day. It's a sad day for the state of Mississippi, I might add. There's no other way to word that. All right, let's go back to Meridian Honda Radar. Keep you updated as we follow this. Now, we've got 28 minutes should this remain for Clark County. 28 minutes as it winds down, and hopefully it'll pass and get a little bit better. We have moved this watch box as we look at this. All right, downtown Quitman. Let's look at what you got here. This is shrinking. This is getting better. Let's look at our downtown area and where this cuts across. This is going to be just about, if you were to stand on the steps of the co-op and look east, what about 50 yards from there is the line where the thunderstorm warning is. This will take in Church Street, take in Archusa, and it's going to take in Quitman High School that's still being a part of the severe thunderstorm warning. Northward, we follow this kind of northeasterly. It will be east of Highway 45. Let's go up here and take a look at where this road is. This is County Road 143, Kelly Lane. Do you live there? Know anybody that lives over there? County Road 1431. You are included in this warning still, and it will cross Highway 45 as we come across in little bits of areas here, the southern portion. And that road, it just isn't going to tell me what it is it? Doesn't want to be told. Crossroads Church. Y'all are involved in this. Stevie Lane. County Road 1441, County Road 143 is in this as well. This is the northern portion of this in Clark County. It hadn't made it to the landfill yet, but y'all, it's going to stir up a muster there once that rain gets there. If you were to stand at the railroad tracks there at Jay's Taxidermy, you can see the rain fastly approaching. Look at that as you look west from downtown Equipment as it approaches. That looks pretty nasty here. I'm sure in person it's even worse than that looking at it. Has to be. Dark, dark. But again, the west side of the county has not got it as bad. As radar updates there, we get this all the way over to Cooper's Chapel. Pouring rain on y'all. Now, as we're going out here on the east side of the county, now, Thieville, y'all going to get this. Also, right here at Shiloh, County Road 650 is where this is located. All of this storm headed directly in your direction. Can you believe that? I do. We're sitting here looking at this. Shibuda, downtown your area there. East of there, not raining yet. If you're on Highway 45 there where the Dollar General is and all the activity that goes on in the county. East of there, it's not raining yet, but it will. Now, if we come out of this and head toward Meridian out of Clark County, we go past here, we're going to get a little bit of rain before you make it into the city limits of Meridian. We get past Mathis Peaches and on up here. Easy sailing right into Lauderdale County with light rain. Out to our west, we're still showing this. Meehan, out by the jail, we're showing some showers. Nothing horrible, but we got rain at Stuckey's Bridge, too. We go up to West Lauderdale area, out where we were talking about where we could hear the thunder here. As you look at West Lauderdale High School, we got rain there. It's not horrible, but we do have rain there all the way out to Battlefield. We're going to Kemper County. I hadn't talked about Kemper County much this afternoon. We've had no warnings, but boy, this western side is getting its fair share. As you go on up Cleveland, there at the swimming pool. Woo! We go out to here in Preston. We go through Linville. We got showers, and even out to Cypress Mills. Again, no warnings for y'all, but it is raining pretty hard on that. As we dive back down into to further south here into Clark County, and you'll look here, Wayne County, still most of this, still under this severe thunderstorm warning. Actually, Wayne County's got two different storms there. This is going to be crossing it from Toxie. Y'all be ready. Butler, these areas here, y'all are under a warning as well. Let me turn this on where we can tell you how long. Because it is coming for you. Butler, Alabama, y'all be ready. That's till 3:30 for Butler, Alabama. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for y'all. This is also going to go southward in these areas here around Coffeyville, Chatham, Alabama. Y'all are under a warning as well. And it, too, will last until 3:30. Doesn't look bad. Let's turn on our radar in motion to show you how fast this thing is moving and making its way across the state of Mississippi. Let's hit that play on that. It gives you the general direction there. Now, if you're watching me now and you're on vacation for any reason, you were lucky enough to escape, and you're here on the coast, Mobile, these areas, Crestview, this is coming for you. Navarre, Destin, even Gulf Shores and Mobile, Biloxi, these areas, you're going to get a lot of rain here in the next few moments. So be prepared. It's not there to you yet, but you will get it as you see these lines come in from Louisiana, Hattiesburg. That's the story we're sticking to this afternoon with this severe thunderstorm warning. Let me see if we've had any new questions as we come across here. Let me slide down there. Nope, no new questions that I see. All right, as we move back into radar, let's just, we're at 2:37. That should be the very latest of an update that we've gotten. It just updated itself. Shoot it, y'all look good. Not bad at all, is it? And again, this is quickly dying down. The severity of this storm is not near what it is. So is it going to be another, 22 minutes of some rain? Yes. But the major threat has kind of dwindled down on this as we look at this. Now, I want to remind you this is 22 minutes remaining on this storm that we've got here through Clark County. But I don't expect it to flare up and do anything else. This is going to quickly move across these areas here, across Cooper's Chapel and on over, right on out here to Thieville. These areas will get wet, but the storm is not expected to get any worse. And as I watch this is quickly dissipating and going down in intensity. Now, if you're sitting there and it's poured down, you can't see out your window of your house, you think, boy, he ain't where I am. Just talking in general of the big picture of how much better it looks than it did. That's the good news with this. with always, and I've always urged you, if you're watching this now and you've got limbs that overhang your house, don't stay in that room, because with this, let's just look at this. I hadn't brought this back up in the last little bit. All lives matter with this. When it comes to storms, it will just hurt you any way that it can. We turn this severe on. Let's look at this damaging wind. Let's turn off our radar where you see this better. Y'all see that? Now, as we looked at this is our area still here in Clark County that is still under a warning. This is where the rain is. This area here, you go all the way just east of the Dollar General and you follow this all the way up to Clark. Look at the wind. That's why I say if you're in your home, it wouldn't hurt to move to another room if you've got a tree overhanging your bedroom, or if you're watching from a room that's got your TV and you're connected to it through the TV here on Facebook. Go to another room. Let that storm pass and then go back in there and sit down. We don't want you hurt. Again, you may not have anything, but boy, pine limbs, they snap quick, and we don't want anybody hurt by any means. We want it to be as safe as we possibly can give you. Right, let's go back here. The next official thing that we will watch is going to be this heat that is moving into the area this weekend, as we'll have excessive heat. We want to remind you of that. Lightening up. This is going to fade away here in the next little bit. So we've got exactly 20 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning, and it's just going to dwindle down. It's going to get better as we look at, we'll take one last look at this as it fades away and dissipates this afternoon. Decatur, light rain over in that area there in Newton County. We've got DeKalb, some rain there. Not quite to Macon, south of Louisville, Noxapater, and those areas there, and west of DeKalb, in between there on Highway 16. Heavy rain if you're going to be traveling there. Be careful. Decatur, a little bit of rain. Your heavier rain picks up south of Stonewall, right over the city limits equipment, and this will travel south all the way through Wayne as it makes its way across Highway 17. Highway 45 has got a lot of rain in here. Wayne County, at this point being the heaviest of rain that we've got right now in the state of Mississippi. You get on down to Louisiana a little bit heavier, but Wayne County is getting cut up on right now. Again, she's fading out. Still heavy rains over the downtown area in Quitman, but again, so much lighter. That's the way that we're looking at this afternoon. Again, 19 minutes remaining on that. We're going to cut this short. It's going to die down. The huge threat has faded away. Keep in mind, if you live in these areas for the next 15 minutes, we want you to just still pay attention to what the weather is doing as we look at this. And I bring up the communities that we come across. Shiloh, if you live anywhere here near Manassas, if you live in Carmichael, those areas there, you're going to get some rain. It's not there yet, but it's quickly coming to you. That's a look at our forecast of what we've got going on with this afternoon as this heavy rain is dumped across the county there. Well, hello there. As backup comes as we get ready to almost exit off of this.
Oh, okay. Well.
Where you been, Madison?
Working.
Yeah, Madison's been working hard. Mm-hmm. We'll get some pictures loaded here in just a second of what's gone through with this. And again, the severe thunderstorm warning is dying down. It is leaving our area, thank goodness, as we look at this. So we're going to cut go ahead and end the broadcast. The threat has died down. The warning will last for a few more minutes, 18 minutes remaining on this for Clark County, and it's going to be the southeastern portion of Clark County as it fades away. As always, we'll be here to join you to let you know everything that is going on. I do appreciate everybody joining us this afternoon. And again, we'll jump back in this should this turn ugly. As we'll give you one last look here at Meridian Honda Radar. That's the outlook that we've got there across Clark County, the Carmichael community, and those areas there. You zoom in on that. That's what we got. We turn off those locations where you can see it. As you can tell, it's died down a lot. That's a look at our weather. We're going to call it a wrap on that. And again, I'll be here should it turn bad again to come back and give you more detailed forecast street by street. We want to say thank you for joining us. We'll be here throughout the weekend, throughout the day, to let you know when things happen. No matter what it is, how small, how big, we'll be here to get it out to you so you'll know what's going on. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for the Scotty Ray Report. Well, the weather edition of Scotty Ray's Weather within the report. Thank you all so much.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: